word is clump. Let's say that together. Clump. Clump means a bunch of things that have come or grown together. Let's say that together. Clump means a bunch of things that have come or grown together. This word is specks. Let's say that together. Specks. Specks are tiny spots. Let's say that together. Specks are tiny spots. The title of this book is From Tadpole to Frog. It is a nonfiction book because it has real facts about how a tadpole turns into a frog. Kathleen Widener-Zofeld is the author and the illustrator of this book. She wrote the words and used pictures to help you understand what the words are about. Let's start by looking at the pictures and seeing if we can figure it out before we read the words. What is this, and what is it next to? What is this? What do you think these things are? How do they look different now? What's happening now? What do you think's happening now? What is this picture, and what do you think those white lines are for in the picture? What do you notice about this creature? What do you notice here? What's different about this creature and the one on the page before? What is different now? What differences do you notice now? What do you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture? What is happening here? What do you notice about this picture? What happened? What do you notice in this picture? Now that we've looked at the pictures and noticed the changes and the different things on each one, let's read the words and see if we can figure out what's really happening in each picture. In the spring, you may see frog eggs in a pond. Each egg looks like a ball of clear jelly with a dark center. A clump of frog eggs is called frog spawn. Inside the eggs, tiny tadpoles are growing. At first, they look like small, dark specks. In a few days, a little head and tail take shape. Soon the tadpoles wiggle out of their eggs. Gills on the outside of a tadpole's body help it breathe underwater. After eating the jelly of its egg, the tadpole has grown. The tadpole's strong tail helps it swim. Tadpoles eat until they are big. They do not look like frogs yet. Soon the tadpole has grown 2 hind legs, and the tadpole's gills have moved inside its body. Lungs are beginning to form inside the tadpole's body too. Now and then it puts its head above the water to take a breath. As the tadpole's lungs grow stronger, its gills shrink away. 2 front legs grow where its gills once were. Soon, the tadpole's mouth has become wider. The tadpole starts to eat small bugs when it is hungry. For a few more weeks, the tadpole's tail shrinks. Now the tadpole's strong legs and webbed feet help it swim. The tadpole has changed into a small frog. The frog spends some of its time on land and some in the water. The little frog catches bugs and worms in its wide mouth. After a few years, the frog is fully grown. Every spring, there will be new frog eggs in the pond. Let's say this word together. Clump. Clump means a bunch of things that have come or grown together. On this page of our book, it shows us a clump or a group of frog eggs, and it tells us those are called frog spawn. We could use the word clump another way. We could say at recess there were clumps of kids playing with each other. Let's say that word together again. Clump. Let's say this word together. Specks. Specks are tiny spots. On this page of our book, it tells us that when the tadpoles first start growing, they look like small, dark specks. We could use the word specks another way. We could say the house was so clean that there was not a speck of dirt on it. What's that word again? Specks.